I saw this. I want to play this real quick.
Okay.
I want to start by saying there's nobody like the God I serve. And I
Amen.
want to say that because he only allowed me to come as far as this podium. That's the only person I fear and thing I fear besides going to jail. So I'm not going to go past this point like you told me. But I only came up to here to say because Las Vegas said what they said, because a lot of places say what they say when they say things like this. So I'm going to ask you myself, why would you do that? And if I'm lying, all these people right here on the cameras, her, all these people, tell them I'm lying. Is that why you never said anything? Is that why you disappeared as soon as this came out? Is that why? I'm supposed to be scared of you? Hell, motherfucking no. So tell me I'm lying, or tell them why.
So I wanted to share that first because it really. I mean, I've seen Fenia Dukes talk a few times, but you know, for people that don't know, the Las Vegas police, they did close the case, right? And you talked
Yeah.
about last time as to why, and people kind
Yeah.
of act like it kind of a story that came, and I think people kind of feel like it came and went, and just to see her get up there and talk, it helps people understand that it's real.
Yeah.
Something really did happen. You know what I'm saying? Um, and as she's sitting there talking, I mean, this is what struck me, and I'll let you hop in. What struck me is that she's there all the times at the meetings, as far as I can see. You know better than I would know. And she's talking to her accuser in the face, and for someone to, you got to understand, like, let's say Andrew Holmes, just for the sake of the argument, let's say he didn't do anything, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's just say that for a second. You
Allegedly.
have a woman getting up here, right? You have a woman getting up here talking about it, looking him in the face. Why is she going to keep coming to a board meeting constantly to accuse him of something? It just doesn't make any sense. And
No.
there's no emotion there. So, um, there's no emotion there. He's not even saying, "Hey, I didn't do anything." If it's me,
And did you
if
see he
I'm
was
him,
trying to make a statement, but that
oh,
stupid
okay.
mayor, she stopped him from speaking.
You know what?
Yeah, go ahead, please.
Trustee, 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 hold on. Let her finish. So don't go back and forth. Hold on. We at a board meeting. Trustee, you have this opportunity to speak, but this is not fair. Don't go back and forth. You can say something when you're done. Okay, you got 30 more seconds. You got 30 more
You're an
seconds.
advocate.
Wait,
You're an
let the people go back and forth.
advocate.
I'm
Don't
gonna give
let
you the
her.
floor.
Don't let her mute you.
Let her finish.
Don't let her mute you. Say something. She deserves it.
So if
Okay.
you pay attention when Vania was talking during her 3 minutes, he was attempting to make a statement. And he asked the mayor, "Can I say something?" And she shushed him. And if you notice, that's why the lady that came behind Fania, the Caucasian lady, she's the one
Yes.
that told him, "You look stupid and you're not a man," which is the
Right.
truth. Because just say, "Hey, I didn't do it." That you could have just came out and made a statement and told your truth if that's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
If you didn't do it, why did you miss so many meetings right after the Vegas trip?
Right.
If you pay attention to all of those meetings, Andrew Holmes was absent for so many meetings after that.
I saw that.
And
Yeah.
also, if you look at him and the mayor's interactions when he did come to one of those meetings, it was very awkward. Like he was always her go-to person, her person that she would laugh and joke with, but their whole like disposition with each other had changed because you knew something was off. And
Mm-hmm.
it was Andrew Holmes most likely not feeling comfortable or her not feeling comfortable around him because she knew his truths.
Right.
So, with Andrew Holmes, he's a disgrace and complete embarrassment for trustees, for Dolton, for any victims that he claimed to have helped. He won't even make a statement. You understand what I'm saying? What kind
Yeah.
of
Yeah. I
man
haven't
would
seen any.
just sit there and just allow someone to accuse him? That is a very serious charge. It's not
Right.
like she's saying you stole my wallet or my luggage is missing from that trip. Where's my stuff? No, she's accusing you of sexual assault.
Yeah.
And you are just sitting there not saying anything. That's
I
your
don't see.
reputation.
Yeah, I don't see myself sitting there. I don't care who, Tiffany Henyard,
You
anybody. I don't
didn't
care
do
who.
it. You would be. I'm sorry that you feel some type of way, but that's not me. I didn't do that, ma'am. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? You
Yeah.
would do something
Absolutely.
to make sure that you're vindicated from these
Yep.
very serious charges.
Right.
Now, the only reason why it was dropped from Vegas, and a lot of people have the misconception that well, she just didn't give her statement or whatever. No, when they left Vegas, that it happened the morning that they were leaving. When
Right.
she found out, I'm not 100% sure exactly what time she found out. Was it on the flight, before the flight, or when she got back? But she didn't have enough time to stop and go to the police station to go to the hospital because she was a person that was not accustomed to traveling like that before.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm not going to say that the position that she was in, she wasn't qualified for. However, that position that she was in gave her perks. So one of the perks in that position was to be able to travel with that team. Tiffany Henyard is the one that allowed her to be able to travel with them. And Tiffany Henyard never even made a statement. How could
Right.
you be this supervisor, this super mayor? How could you be this super whatever you want to be, and you won't even address your constituents and let people know, hey, my trustee didn't do this?
Well, let me ask you about Andrew Holmes. So, you know, he seems to have a long history as a politician, and
Yes.
what I'm wondering is that well, one, let me ask you, is Fenia Dukes thinking about anything civilly? Like what is she thinking about going forward? Is
So
there
I
anything she wants to
honestly,
say?
I don't know her full plan on like how she plans to go forward with this. The only thing I've talked to her about is just trying to continue to get justice.
Yes.
When me and her conversations, it's just, hey, I love you. Let's figure out how we're going to do this. So what we've come up with is we've created a petition.
Yes.
Um, and the petition is calling for Andrew Holmes' resignation,
Mm-hmm.
because it's been far too long for him not to have anything to say about this assault. You
Yeah.
understand what I'm saying? It's been
Yeah.
two times where he's almost said something and Tiffany shushed him. So I don't know if you remember that meeting when Jedediah Brown came.
Things are relatively calm, as you can see here. That is until activist Jedediah Brown came to the mic for a second time. He directly addressed Dolton trustee and well-known victims advocate Andrew Holmes. Holmes has been accused of sexually assaulting a former village employee, and Brown demanded answers.
You could have at least declared your innocence, which noted you haven't done. And so I'm simply asking you right now, because me sitting here looking at your face, I'm utterly disgusted. Because how dare you take your back outside and stand with any family when there's a woman with a child that's waiting on a response from you, literally as an elected official and as an advocate about what you did. Was it consensual? Was it not? Did you rape that woman? Did you put something in her drink? And you gonna answer, and you gonna answer me. I promise you that.
You can see here what followed. Brown then began to directly approach Holmes, who actually came around the board's desk to meet Brown before he was quickly surrounded and taken away by police. Holmes has not been charged with a crime, but the allegations are still being investigated by Las Vegas police.
Yep.
And then that's when Andrew Holmes put those charges on Jedediah. And
Right. Okay.
they
Wait.
were
Wait.
going,
Just to educate everybody now. We'll get into Jedediah because he's,
right.
obviously probably one of the biggest YouTuber in relation to this case.
Mm-hmm.
And so Andrew Holmes put a lawsuit on Jedediah.
Yeah, a frivolous lawsuit, trying to say that he tried to attack him when he was at that podium.
Okay.
However, when you look at the video footage, you see Andrew Holmes doing this, inviting him to try and fight him.
Yeah.
So that's the reason why Jedediah went up there, is because Andrew Holmes was trying to incite that, hey, let's fight, bring it here. And you
Yeah.
got to understand, I didn't know at that time, but Jedediah came up under Andrew Holmes. So
Okay.
they were activists together for the city of
Got
Chicago.
it. Got it.
And
Okay.
so I think this is personal to Jedediah because this is the man that helped him or helped shape him to become the activist that he is today.
Yeah. So
And
people who are watching who may not be familiar with Jedediah Brown, like that's why he's so passionate. He didn't just come out of nowhere
yeah,
and just become some YouTuber trying to do
right.
a sport.
Actually, Dolton asked him to come help. So he wasn't just, okay, let me go to Dalton, let me go try and get YouTube famous, let me go try, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So we asked for his help. When Jedediah came, Jedediah was very valuable to Dalton, and he's very valuable when it comes to Fenia.
Mm-hmm.
So the roles that he played when he helped Dalton is something that we needed at that time.
Well, you know what, it is sad that Vegas dropped it because I believe if it had happened in Illinois,
Yeah.
it would have been a lot easier for her to pursue
Yeah.
it.
When she filed the original assault case, she filed it in Illinois. You
Okay, that I
can't
didn't know.
you can't file in another state. Since it happened in Vegas, you have to talk to the Vegas police.
Well,
Remember?
also, Viv, let's be frank, and then you could tell me what you think. I honestly think that in the grand scheme of things, Vegas police isn't really interested like that.
No, I don't. I'm not going to say that they're not interested. It's been a year. See, a lot of people are just coming to understand what's going on, but this happened a long time ago.
Right.
So Vegas had to drop it because they didn't have corroborating statements. But because she had to be there to give her side of the story, and she hasn't been able to get back to Vegas.
And not via they won't do it via
No, she has to be
video.
there in
Got to
person.
be physically there. Okay.
Yes.
That's really a challenge.
Yes. So it's not easy for people to just get up and go to Vegas. And
Right.
remember when
And
she
in that respect, not to cut you off, but in that respect, I'm not saying that he planned it like that, but if someone is aware and they understand,
Tiffany knew that too.
you know what I mean? Like they understand,
That's
meaning,
why they excited that it got dropped.
yeah, they like, well, how is she going to really pursue it anyway? Someone who's a little bit more seasoned in life and understands the in and outs of proving something like that out of state knows that there's a good chance that this won't even be pursued anyway. And
Yeah.
just to your point, the silence say a lot, in my opinion. It says a whole lot, and I think it seems like they're almost trying to sweep that story under the rug. So
Yeah.
when you see her get up there and talk, you realize, nah, it's not just a story that came and went. It's a
No.
real person, a real woman.
This is a real victim, a
Yeah.
real survivor of a sexual
Hmm.
assault.
Yeah.
And look at her face and see the pain and frustration in her face when she's speaking to this man. You
Yeah.
understand what I'm saying?
Hmm.
You see him just standing there. He wants to say something. He probably wants to get it off of his chest, but his slave master won't allow it.